And you'll see during the walkthrough the portals can be a lot of them.
We got it to work.
Things can happen. So
I got the fucking stream to work. My goodness, man.
I gotta go with the fatality. I love the very end
just
when
died.
the Shadow Clone rips out their spine and skull. It reminds me of Sub-Zero's Deadly Alliance fatality, where he reaches out the back and rips out their skeleton.
Right.
So it's almost like
crazy, guys.
there's Sub-Zero, becomes NOOB SAIBOT, uses his clone to kind of pay tribute to a classic fatality.
My computer just would not find the server.
I like the animality. It's just like a classic.
I turned it off and
throwback
on
to
so
Noob's,
many times, but it's okay. We're
fatality
here.
from MK9. Like
Make a wish.
Make a wish. Make a wish, but with alligators.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I love the alligator and then the shadowy alligator. He's always got his good friend with him, his Shadow.
Him in a shadow, absolutely.
So we have a lot of stuff to go over today, and DK, this is going to be the DK time.
Yo, Danny boy, embrace chaos with the $5
about.
donation. Thank you so much. I
Let's
appreciate
go
that.
ahead and
5
set that
big
out.
ones.
Okay, terrific. So we've got a new season of Invasions, season 8.
Oh, so Invasions
It
is not going
season
away.
of
Okay.
The Dark Dragon, where Liu Kang is the invading force, and he's gone mad with power. And so he's brought his army of
These costumes are pretty
constructs
sick.
with him to take over this timeline.
Broken
And so this is
Ronin
just
with the
kind of an example of
15-month
some of the skins and
resubscription.
powers
Thank you
that
so
you'll
much.
unlock through playing this season of Invasions, along with
Said
what will be
15
in the
months
season
down,
shop.
forever to go. Super.
And
I
we
love
have
you,
more
Broken
about
Ronin.
seasonal
Thank you so
shop,
much.
but we'll get to that later.
Sure.
Also, this season we have new mini games. We have things called Arcade, which are
Yeah, it just
arcade
started.
machines that you beat up. Some of them have
Right
a
on
little bit of
time.
chaos going on, but you'll
can't
be
believe
rewarded currency, so coins, crowns, or seasonal currency. We also have missions where you have to protect us.
This should be a long one, so
There's
That's my favorite.
There are
all
zombies
good.
after cashew,
Little
and you gotta
cashew
keep them safe. Okay. We also have a mini map. That's right. We have a mini map for each one of the mesas that really points out where chests are, the bosses are, more of those POIs for you to have a clear understanding of where to go.
It's a real good quality of life thing people have asked for.
Yes.
So you can now see where you're going, where you've been.
Correct.
etc.
We also have dedicated shops that sell components. I heard some feedback from the previous season that people really want to be able to target being able to get components. So
I
we
can't
make
believe
sure
my
that
computer
some of the larger
exploded
mesas
trying to
have,
multi-stream.
dedicated component shops, so for people to go and find and explore. We have a new Titan, which I'm very excited for. It's pretty big.
He's very big.
It's pretty big. And of course, we will have the free trial towers for Sector, Cyrax, and Noob. So if you haven't had the chance to pick them up yet, you will be able to. Are you ready for some more new stuff?
Oh, here we go.
What
keep going.
more could there be?
So we will be having online practice as well.
Oh, there
Online
you go.
practice will be in this
Yep.
update for everybody, just so that you're aware. Go out there, go spar with your friends.
Online
send them an
practice
invite.
mode.
You guys can just do a little practicing against each other online, and that will be available, of course, with this update as
You
well.
could play someone, lose, and instead of complaining on social media, work with them to improve.
Or you may just want to spar with a friend.
You could also do both. You
What?
could lose, complain on social media, and then also try to get better.
All these
Absolutely.
things are options.
Absolutely. And then we're going to start going over some of the free stuff for everybody with this update. But first, we're going to start with animalities. If you're unaware, just for getting the update of Chaos Reigns, everybody gets access to the new animalities. That's for the base roster characters along with the DLC characters. Everybody has an animality.
But will the guest characters have animalities?
Well, they're guest characters. Of course they will.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, and there's some
Homelander.
rippers. There's some good ones.
One I'm thinking of in particular right now.
Homelander's
It's
going to turn into a
Peacemaker,
cow,
but
guys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
It's
yeah.
real good.
And it's
They-
gonna
They are awesome, but like I said,
suck its own milk.
Those are free for everybody, and we'll go over some more free stuff here in a minute. I think we've got.
Yeah, we do have an interview I did earlier with Josh Slingerland about animalities that we're going to show you right now. All right, everybody, another interview here on the cast. Right here. Who do we have with us?
Hey guys, Josh Langland, principal artist here at NetherRealm, and my job is directing all of the real-time cinematics here.
So today we're going to talk just briefly about what has returned to Mortal Kombat 1, animalities.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. We are so excited to talk about this feature. We've been working on this for months and months and months, and it's just cool to finally get it out there and and starting to see some of the reactions to some of the small clips we've kind of already put out there already.
Because there are a lot of animalities.
Got a lot, man.
Let's talk about like what was sort of the decision? Like why bring back animalities?
Yes. So animalities, we've been talking about bringing back for a little while now. As I'm sure most of you fans know, we brought back, I think, every finisher now at this point. We brought back the babalities, we brought back the brutalities, we brought back friendships last game. Now I believe animalities are the only one that we haven't brought back
There's
yet.
gonna be a lore head who proves us wrong there, but
I'm pretty sure
we're
that's
sticking with it
facts.
right now.
Animalities are the last ones.
So, anyways, it's time. You know, like it's been since MK3, a couple days ago when we released that game.
okay, right.
It's just so cool to bring this back. You know, next gen graphics, new engine.
By the way, the animality
things are really
transformations
hot,
look
and, I couldn't
so
be more
smooth,
pleased
so
with
good.
What the team has kind of done with this feature so far.
So what's your favorite part about it all?
No, they brought back Mercy in MK11.
the nostalgia. What are you
All
excited
of the
about?
above. It's you know, like it's a refreshing you know, creative kind of
what's up,
endeavor
RBC?
for everybody on the team.
I was so close to not streaming.
You know,
My
come up
computer
with
crashed.
What is every
like 3
character?
times.
What are they going to transform into? Let's make sure it fits their character. What are they going to do?
I think it's a sign I need a new computer, right?
Animal. And
Yeah, they brought back big balladies in MK9.
So I guess that also probably brought up a lot of challenges. Like what if you could
Sure.
figure out what kind of challenges were really present here with bringing back animalities?
A lot of fun challenges. Again, it was, you know, we're making all these animals from scratch, and they look gorgeous, by the way. I'm really excited for you guys to see all of them. The making sure like the fur on some of our furrier guys looks really good in our engine. That was something new that we had to kind of like, you know, dig deep into. And then just kind of coming up with, you know, wow, it's not the character killing them, it's the animal going to kill them, and making sure that things feel authentic and but also unique from every other character.
Sounds good. Do you have, of all the animalities that are in this game, do you have a favorite?
I knew this was going to come up. I don't have a favorite. There are so many great ones. But I do want to say this. I can't leave here empty-handed.
Oh, new animality. Let's go.
I did bring a little clip I'd like to share. I've been maining Takeda a lot.
Oh,
Okay.
Takeda, a DLC character?
I was like, hey, why don't we show
Yes.
Maybe a little world premiere here.
I love it.
A brand
World
new animality
premiere.
that no one's seen yet. So
Well, thank you, Josh,
did
for
it too
coming
early.
by.
Hold on.
It's been awesome.
thanks so much, man.
Next
great to
up,
have you,
we have
and here we go.
World
World
premiere.
Takeda's Animality.
Enjoy, guys.
Oh, wow. He's an octopus. Oh, okay, it makes... Whoa! Oh, that is so fucking badass, man. These
All right,
animalities
there
are
it is. Takeda's
ridiculous.
Octopus, one of my favorites. Thank you, Josh, for stopping by to talk about animalities. But Derek,
Man, I really
let's
want
talk
to
about
cook
what
that
else we have coming.
octopus and eat it now.
Sure.
I'm hungry
There's
as hell
more.
right now.
How is
but
that possible?
God damn, those
All right,
animality
so there's been a lot of
animations are so
speculation of
good.
what the Warrior Shrine is. And what the Warrior Shrine is it highlights the top 5 players of Kombat League every season.
Whoa,
And
the
so
Warrior
what you'll
Shrine.
be able to do is scroll through all the previous seasons and see who were the top 5 players of each season. I know it's amazing. In Season 3, myself, Stephanie, Dizzy, Nicastro, and Paulo were able to be the top 5 players.
Yeah, we're
I know.
very, very strong players.
We are amazing. That's a lie. We just kind of mocked this up just to kind of give you guys a first look at it.
So that's what
Just
the
barely
Warrior
missed
Shrine
you
is,
did.
huh?
You just barely missed it.
Very cool. You can see the art there, a tribute to, in my opinion, one of the coolest stages in MK history.
Right,
The
so-
Warrior Shrine.
Those top 5 players will be immortalized in Mortal Kombat 1 with the Warrior Shrine. There's more. Okay, so we will go
But
from one shrine to
there's
another.
more.
So the shrine Also, not the warrior shrine.
The dragon
The
one.
dragon
Fire
shrine,
spitting
yeah.
dragon shrine.
Will be updated with new cameo brutalities for all the cameos. So you just go ahead and go to the shrine, throw some coins in there, and get some new cameo brutalities.
Yes.
What else is new, Tyler?
New cameo
I'm going to tell you.
brutalities?
The seasonal store. The seasonal store now has new brutalities
Yes!
for all characters, including the DLC characters. There's 2 per character.
Oh my god, thank
and
you
they're
so
gonna be
much.
there forever. So usually
Mwah.
with our seasonal store,
Mwah.
it resets
roll
New
around,
brutalities.
stuff like that. These will always be there. So when we go into another season or whatnot, those are forever there for you to be able to unlock, and so you don't feel pressured like, oh, I got to get all of these this season. Also, all characters will get a seasonal palette this season through the seasonal shop along with gear. So there's more things in the seasonal shop this season. Tyler.
Yes.
New fucking
You thought we were
brutalities.
done. I
Thank
didn't.
you.
I
No, we're not done.
I wrote the
Wow.
script. I know what's coming next.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, fair enough. So also with just updating to Chaos Reigns, everybody will get 4 new environments. Those 4 new environments
4 new
also have
stages?
2 variations to each one of the environments, kind of like a day-night sort of cycle. In addition to that, everybody will get 5 new stage variations too. So like the Whoosh Academy now has a different sort of chaos-like themed variation that everybody will get.
Sindel's throne room has the damaged version.
You know, before we get to that, we did an interview today with Corey.
So there's going to be 4 new
from the environment
stages
team
and also
about
5
the new
different
stages.
environment
We should take a look
changes
at that
for
video
different
right now.
stages.
All right, now we have
Wow,
a special
sick.
interview with my
I'm happy
friend.
brutality.
Yes.
There's
Like
more
Sacred
brutalities.
Pines, yeah.
I like-
And cameo
I like to hear that.
brutalities too.
We're going to talk about stages today. Can you introduce yourself before we do?
Now every
Yeah,
character
I'm
has
Corey
about
Billett.
7.
I'm on the environment team here at NRS.
Awesome. And you and your team had a hand in building all of these stages out.
Yeah, a lot of people have worked very hard to kind of make new.
Yeah, that
things for fans
Omni-Man
to
backbreaker
experience, 4
brutality,
stages
that has to
do,
be
violence and destruction in
on
front of them.
Omni-Man's
Excellent.
moveset.
So we've now entered our chaos era.
That's a perfect brutality.
How did you and the team imprint Havoc's personality onto a lot of these new stages?
Well, so for the new era for Liu Kang, we got to kind of do the more tranquil, beautiful spaces. Havoc doesn't really follow that mindset. He's a little bit more destructive and violent, so we got to play on some of those aspects for the new stages, kind of embracing more of that gritty MK vibe a little bit more, and definitely playing with physics in interesting ways, cosmic colors and stuff, because it's not Earth realm.
No stage
as we know it.
fatalities,
It's a different place
unfortunately.
entirely. So we really tried to push that, and hopefully it's
I'm
clearly
surprised
as
because
cool
they
as
had an
stuff we do.
MKX, MK11.
You brought along some kind of stage pans.
I'm
Let's
surprised they
start
didn't
with
bring
the
stage
Chaosium, if
fatalities
you
here.
could kind of go through sort of what that all represents.
Sure. So Chaosium is
Ooh.
a arena where
call it Chaosium.
Havok and a lot of his masochistic friends are performing murder games kind of 24/7.
Oh my God.
Doing violence on people both willing and not willing. This is just like I said, it's just a space where he kind of runs his games from up atop the throne. You
That
see
would
him
be a
there.
great
So there's a
Hellraiser
ton of
stage.
like when you're actually fighting in here, there's a ton of just animations and activity going on. It's just a very intense space.
Awesome. Well, that's a great one. That's beautiful. Like some different colors we've used, some different palettes, sort of.
Yeah, very colorful skies and everything. Hopefully
Right.
that's pretty obvious.
I actually
But
like the
also still, like you
second
said earlier, like with the
variation of
we
the
talked here
stage
about
that
it a
they
lot,
showed.
The gritty Mortal
The
Kombat.
green is a little bit
Yes.
too green for me.
we
The other,
did the
other
beautiful
one
side.
is
Now we kind of want
prettier
to
in
do a
my
little bit more
opinion.
of the gritty, violent MK side.
And as an artist, that's probably fun too, because you,
Oh, yeah.
you did all the the beautiful
I
flowers.
mean, there
the
are
colors.
so many ways you can display skulls and just violence, and
Right.
we're running. I mean, we've tapped that well pretty significantly, but there's still a lot we can pull out of that.
Sure. What has been your favorite part of the new stages or working on them?
I think just the ability to do interesting and weird things. Again, being it is like our chaos timeline, we can play with physics, we can play with things in an interesting way. We pushed NPCs and just kind of the liveliness of things. Like Tea House, for example, was a stage with a lot going on. Chaos EM that we just looked at is another one where there's just going to be a lot going on, and
Right.
we push that in all of the new stages.
And that's one of the things that I've always liked about the stages too, is that they have a life.
Yeah.
They're a character almost.
Hopefully,
There's-
if we did our job, yeah.
Right,
hopefully.
there's things happening in the background. Like, what are they doing? Are they
Exactly,
They're
yes.
buying food. What's going on? They're having fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. Real quick, in addition to the new stages, what else should fans be looking for in what you've created?
Outside the totally new stages, we also had the opportunity, obviously, to kind of we revisit in our story some of the stages fans might know well. We got the ability to do fresh takes and remixes on those, kind of showing what happens when Havoc enters the scene. So I know we have like Fire Temple. That is the seat of Liu Kang's
No, you
power.
haven't missed Noob's gameplay
we
yet.
get to
Ooh.
then see kind of what Havoc does when he enters the neighborhood, and he's essentially spits on, Liu Kang's front door. He makes it his own, and it is no longer the same place.
I like
It's not
that
tranquil
background a
anymore.
lot.
Havoc has brought his mentality, and it's just chaotic firestorms, and again, an affront to Liu Kang as the god of Earthrealm.
Awesome. That was cool. And
If you like fire, it's cool.
Yeah, it's opposite of what we saw earlier.
Yes.
Good
I mean,
quality.
previously in MK1. We got one more stage. First of all, anything you'd like to say before we're going to show one more stage and then sign off with this interview? But
Before we show the last one, just want to say thank you to the fans.
Isaac, I'll
There's been
go
a lot
over
of
the
just
info
really positive
again.
feedback for stages, and in a fighting game,
happened
that's
so
totally
fast,
not
so-
expected because the characters are and should be the focus. But we've seen just the appreciation for the work in the
I
stages.
don't know if
and
they
that's
mentioned
really awesome
that
to see.
you're
So
going to
just
be
thank you
able
for
to
that.
buy
We're
them
very
with
excited
seasonal
for fans
coins
to see
or
what we
actual
did.
there's
currency.
a lot of really cool stuff. There's a few things we're not going to be showing today.
Yeah,
We're
there's
not-
plenty of secrets still to look at when you get the game for yourself.
Right, so before we go, let's take a look at the at Havoc Citadel.
Yeah. So for Havoc Citadel, this is a kind of endless void of winding pathways, all disintegrating and kind of tearing apart in various ways. And this just really, I think, shows some of the physics stuff I mentioned earlier, where we get to mess with things in a way that don't feel like Earthrealm. There's a lot of just weird, spacey stuff going on. And
Cool color changes.
yes,
Yeah.
and
I'm
I give
definitely
huge
gonna
props to the
brighten
team
up the
because this is
stage a
one
little bit,
where
'cause it's a
it's
little bit
inherently
dark.
chaotic and just a ton of winding
At
pathways,
least with
and it can
Noob.
be hard to make that composed. But I think they really did a great job of making something feel composed and intentional for something that is just so random and chaotic.
That's an interesting quote. Intention behind chaos.
Yeah, finding the intention behind chaos.
Right, like that's difficult.
It is extremely difficult, and a lot of very talented people spend a lot of time trying to put just a little bit of that in there, so hopefully it's reflected.
Make it make sense.
Yeah,
So,
exactly, as much as we can.
Corey, thanks so much for joining
Yeah,
us.
of course, thank
these
you.
stages, of course, are coming in Mortal Kombat
Yes.
1.
Yes.
And
I
back
do
to
like the
screen.
stages. The stages
Awesome.
look
Thank
really,
you, Corey,
really
for
good.
that. That was awesome to see the overview of the stages and just. Now, again, that wasn't all of them, but I just wanted to kind of show you what they're thinking about, how they inject and imprint.
Hey, I
Havoc's
like the way you
personality
think,
onto
OP
these
Shaggy.
stages.
Leave a
Yeah,
like
just
on the stream,
really cool aesthetic
ladies
for
and
these
gentlemen,
stages.
if you're
They look
enjoying
really
it.
cool.
I barely
Before we
made
move
it.
on to some balance stuff that I want to talk about, which I know you're
My
all very
PC almost
excited
crashed.
about,
I
and
did
then of course
crash.
Noob.
I barely made it.
DK, there's one more big thing we want to talk about that's coming.
Towers
with
of Time.
Chaos Reigns.
Yes. So we've got. Dang it! You just said one more thing. We do have one more thing. All right. So for Chaos Reigns, I'm going to read from a piece of paper. I hope everybody's all right with that. For Chaos Reigns, we have removed the Gateway Mesa, and we have replaced it with the new Towers of Time. Towers of Time is also accessible from the main menu. So Towers of Time is a combination of the Gateway Mesa and the MK11 Towers of Time experience. There are 9 towers that are always available to the player. The front 3 towers are persistent towers. The first tower is the arcade tower with no modifiers, and players can unlock ladder endings, and they're just quick matches with ladder endings. The second tower is our seasonal tower, same as what we've had in the Gateway with previous seasons of Invasions. The seasonal tower gets progressively more difficult after each completion, and players unlock seasonal exclusive cosmetics after each milestone level, basically every 5 completions. The third tower is the Legacy Tower. After each completion, players will unlock unobtainable palettes from previous seasons of Invasions. With later updates, we'll continue to add additional cosmetic items to that loot pool. The middle row of towers is
There's
a
a lot.
series of procedurally generated towers that change every hour. The tower difficulty range from very easy to very hard, going from left to right. The final back row of towers is dedicated to our live content. When we go live on the 24th, you'll be able to play the character demo towers for Sector, Cyrax,
Oh,
and Noob.
okay.
So if you haven't purchased
like
them
that.
yet, you can try them out in the Towers of Time. There's exclusive player module pieces for completing the demo towers for each of those characters. Anytime we have a live event or holiday event, they will populate this back row. Now, let's dig a little deeper. When you press the Start button, this will bring up the Towers of Time menu. There are 3 active challenges. Each challenge rewards points. All challenges must be completed in Towers of Time environment. Once an easy or hard challenge is completed, it is replaced with a new challenge. In addition to points, easy and hard challenges reward different crafting components, consumables, or relics. That brings us to the weekly challenge. The weekly challenge rewards dragon crystals. The weekly challenge can only be completed once per week. The weekly challenge also rewards a generous amount of Towers of Time points. What do these points do, you might ask?
I was going to ask.
I know. These points contribute to a bi-weekly player versus player competition within Towers of Time. Once the timer runs out, players are rewarded items based on their final placement, and a new competition begins.
Very, very exciting.
Wow.
All right. For launch of Chaos Reign, only challenges will be rewarding points. But very soon, we're going to be adding points to towers. So the harder the tower, the more the points that you'll receive upon completion. We just really want to massage the numbers and things like that before we, push it out to everybody.
Right.
So there it is.
Nice job, DK.
Wow,
That was
I was able
you
to
read
stay
slowly,
quiet for about
concise,
3
it
minutes
was
straight.
very
I'm
well
proud of
done.
I
myself.
just learned how to read.
Probably sure.
By the way, I'm not the one
so
that
anyway,
puts
thank you,
ads
Derek.
on
That's
my
awesome.
live stream.
Towers of
YouTube
Time
just inserts
returning.
ads whenever they
For,
want, so I apologize.
Yeah,
Can't
great.
control
Yeah.
that.
Exciting. We now, some more exciting stuff to talk about.
More exciting stuff.
We are going to talk about some, I got quite a few little balance things we want to talk about that I think you'll all really enjoy. Again, we're not going to go through everything in the balance today because there's a lot of stuff coming.
Where are the patch notes?
Where are the patch
Where are the
notes?
patch
Where are the
notes?
patch notes?
They will be coming.
Where are the patch notes?
We're first going to start out with, we'll be showing videos with all of these. The first one we're going to show is a little video with Garrus and Omni-Man. Let's take a look.
All right, let's see this. Oh, what? His overhead is now
All
a
right, now
launcher.
again, you can probably play back these videos if you want to see what happened. But what happens there is, for this one, Omni-Man's forward 2, where he kind of dashes at you and punches, now gives you a little ground bounce. Now, if you're in the corner, that's awesome, because you can do a corner comm right there.
Quarter com.
But if you can also use it for a cameo to help pick up the combo after the forward 2. And Garrus's forward 3 now bounces, so you can use the double time move where it makes a clone of himself to continue combos, or you can use, again, a cameo to help out with that combo as well.
What are we bouncing to next, bud?
We're going to bounce to Kung Lao. Let's take a look.
Hey, Kung Lao getting some love. What? That doesn't look like Kung Lao to me. Oh, there you go. Oh, he has orbiting hat now. Oh my god, these combos. Oh,
Cameo Kung
sick.
Lao now
Okay,
has an orbiting hat.
they
For
tricked
duration,
me.
He'll put a hat around you. If the enemy is hit, they are stunned. So you can use this for protection, or hell, just throw out a random teleport and see what happens,
Yeah,
you know?
That's how I roll.
So that's a new thing for Cameo
Wow.
Kung Lao. Orbiting hat, we've seen him before, but it works a little
They
differently.
actually gave
Nice.
him orbiting hat.
Let's see Kung Lao, the
Main
character
fighter.
now. Let's take a look at this video.
With a real Kung Lao.
They had me for a second. Ooh, okay. New air projectile?
All right, now Kung Lao now has an aerial hat toss, which
Yeah,
you can use.
Interesting.
That's a buff you can really hang your hat on.
There we go. And if the EX version of that is really good for combos. So there's another tool for Kung Lao to continue combos and kind of deal with people in the air. And you can also do it pretty low off the ground, too. So it can be used a lot of places throughout the screen. We have 2 more videos we're going to show you. The first one is awesome. A little bit of Shang and Shijinko buffs.
Ooh.
Let's take a look at those.
The 2 old men in the game. Oh, I guess they're using young Shang Tsung. Oh, wait. Is that a new combo string?
So from
For
that
Old
video,
Man
you're
Shang?
going to notice that Shujinko now has new combo string, where you can do a punch into a kick, which is a crumple stun, which allows you to do combos. He also has a kick into an overhead chop. So some new moves for Shujinko to
Wait
get
a
in
minute.
there.
Shang did the
Old
Sonya
Shang,
leg grab.
When you're playing as old Shang, he has forward 3-4, which is a double hitting low, a new string. Stephanie, let's talk about
I just saw it
all
on the
Shangs.
replay.
Well, showing that an old dog can learn new tricks.
There we go.
Shang has a move where you do the input and he will morph into the opponent's cameo,
Ooh.
perform one of their moves, and then morph back.
What?
For example, if he's fighting someone using cameo Sonya, he will morph into Sonya,
Yo.
do the leg grab, morph back.
That
If
is
someone's
such
using Pharah, morph into Pharah,
a unique
do the
buff.
little grab, morph back.
That is
and
sick.
all these attacks also have EX moves which make them stronger. A lot of them are combo starters, they recover faster. For example, the leg grab will pop them up.
And it's not randomized. If you get the same
Correct.
one, you're not
Yes.
guessing which cameo move you're morphing into.
That
Everyone
is
will
super
get
cool.
the regular
Sick.
and EX versions of one of their cameo moves that he'll morph into.
Right. We got one more video to show you. I know there's been a lot of videos. Thanks for sticking with us. You've seen this one before, but we want to talk about it.
Don't
real quick.
apologize.
This is,
Give us more
let's
videos.
see,
I'll take all the
Sonya
videos in the
dive
world.
Kick.
Sonya dive kick, they said?
All right, now Sonya has a dive kick. It's an overhead. It's a summon, so it won't like save you from mistakes. But it's really good for offense. A really good way to start a combo that starts overhead. And you'll also notice, maybe for you eagle-eyed Takeda players, forward 2 is now special cancelable.
Sprinkle that in.
Forward 2. What was forward 2 again?
Nugget.
Little nugget. So, but I think it's time to move on to the main event of the show. We got Noob SAIBOT.
Saibot.
Here we go,
Before we
guys.
start,
Noob SAIBOT time.
Stephanie, let's talk about Noob. Who is Noob? What is Noob?
Well, Noob debuted in MK2 as one of the 3 secret characters. To get to him, you had to win 50 fights in a row.
Hey!
And he
Damn, I
started
didn't
off
even know
as
that.
just a black silhouette of a ninja. He could do Scorpion's Harpoon. He was just a secret character. But in later games, Trilogy, Ultimate MK3, some of the home versions, then MK4 the home versions, and on, he became more fleshed out, more lore, more moves.
Noob
I
SAIBOT
think a lot
time.
of long-term fans will know
Leave a
that
thumbs up
in the original
on the
timeline,
stream and
he
on the
was
video for
Sub-Zero.
Noob SAIBOT,
Killed by
guys.
Scorpion in the first tournament. Quan Chi brought him back to life as this ghostly wraith or
Ooh, that
revenant.
Quan Chi.
And he was a member of the Brotherhood of the Shadows, and he had his shadow powers. In the new era, things are a bit different. This time, he has been chaos pilled by Havoc. He is
Shut the front door.
He is a creature of chaos. And so, you know, his power set is very similar.
Embrace
He's all
chaos.
shadows, portals, but he's way more of a chaotic cleric of chaos and true believer in anarchy instead of the kind of dark arts Quan Chi stuff. And of course, you can play Chaos Reigns to see the expansion and see how old Bihan adjusts to this change.
Love
Not well.
it. Not well. Not
No.
well. All right, so let's do it.
go into his gameplay.
Yes, let's
Let's
go.
start with his normal attacks, which almost every normal attack he has, he uses a shadow.
If you're gonna use it, you might as well use it.
Right.
I mean,
They
you gotta
are a
use it.
true tag team.
Look at that. He has a shadow trailing him.
Check out
That's
his throw.
super cool.
I love that little third strike.
Damn, that's a cool throw.
I like even his little punches.
Can you do?
He looks very stylish, man.
Absolutely.
Bam.
He
Is it
looks really
necessary?
stylish.
It's so good.
Really good sweep. Really good. I mean, the uppercut
Ooh.
just covers all the airspace
Right.
you need.
And so a couple moves I wanted to go over was his forward 1, which is a pretty decent advancing mid. It's pretty quick. He has
That's a
different
mid?
variations from it. Wanted to go over his back 3, which is a low.
Low.
You can combo into moves. And then lastly, his forward 3, which is a pretty quick overhead that
Looks
slots
cool.
them down, so you can mix it up.
And even if you just notice, like his shadow.
That's Rugel's
in
kick
comparison
right
to
there,
normal
guys.
Roster shadows are not the same, right? Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like this little
Yes.
mystic.
Get a good look at it because it's going to be gameplay relevant. It's
What?
not
Oh.
just badass looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go over his special moves because it is extensive. Off the top of my head, I think he may have the biggest list of special moves in the game.
Maybe up there with like Garrus, maybe.
Probably.
Those- yeah.
So let's start off with the classic. One of the first special
Yes,
moves
sir.
he ever had is his teleport.
That
slam.
teleport.
Teleports in, drops them. He can do it in the air. The EX version will pop them up
Nice.
through a portal. This is a great anti-zoning move, a great mobility tool.
It looks so
You
fast.
can jump back and do it. You can jump forward. Catch you by surprise very quick. It's pretty much exactly as it's been for 30 years.
It's what you expect out of Noob.
Never,
You
Exactly.
move, I gotcha.
That move
Yep.
has never tilted me ever.
No, God.
Then let's go over arguably his second most iconic move, the Ghost Ball. And this is a projectile that's changed many times in the life of MK, and I think this might be the coolest version yet. So, the Ghost Ball is pretty slow, but if it hits or they block it, they get this green chaotic effect on them. And this primes him to detonate it, which is a
Just like
pop-up.
Master of Souls
So-
Ermac.
Once he's got it on, you can see it last quite a bit of time. At any moment, he can detonate it and then get a full combo.
Very cool.
And remember, that's on hit or block that they get primed. He also
guarantee
has an
that's
EX
plus one.
version, where once you do it, the clone starts
Oh, I
summoning
love it.
Oh, that sneaky clone.
Noob is free to move around, and then any time you can let it go. And remember, on block, so Noob could be doing block strings, setups, knockdown, stuff like that, and the clone is waiting to do it.
And you'll notice the aura lasts a while.
It does last quite a while. Another alternative thing of this is there's an EX version of the detonate that you can cancel as soon as the regular Ghost Ball hits. So he can
Oh.
immediately use it almost like a pop-up projectile. That does take 2 bars, so it's, you know, pretty expensive to use, but it could be pretty effective for your combos. The next move I want to show is a classic, probably like one of the classic MK9 moves, his portal. It goes up, it comes down.
The
Hit
black
combos,
hole.
You have the close, medium, and far version.
It's really slow. So it must be
I'm
unblockable.
guessing.
And yeah, you got to keep them guessing. And when you have slower projectiles like NOOB SAIBOT, one of the things the opponent's going to want to do is their projectiles, which is going to be dangerous.
That says down
because of the
two?
move we showed at the beginning. The
She looks
teleport.
sick.
He gonna
Yep.
grab you. He gonna grab you.
Now, what was another iconic move from previous games like MK9? The
Slide.
running man.
Oh, running man.
And there you go, it's back. He
The
does
Naruto.
a ninja run, throws them down with that tackle, and the EX version pops them up.
Nice, the classic,
Classic
right there.
ninja pop-up.
That's
Then,
the trilogy.
You were about to say it, the slide.
Oh, he does
Now, here's
have it.
something really neat. Some of his moves, when he uses the clone, the
Oh
clone will go
man,
away
he's
'cause
gonna
it
be
has
a
to return.
problem.
Look at his shadow. Get a good look at there. When you do the slide, the shadow's actually gone, and when it comes back, that's when it's fully loaded.
Oh.
Now, some of these moves, if you don't have the clone, will actually change.
Oh.
Without
Oh, he
the
has the
clone,
Sub-Zero
he does a
slide.
classic Sub-Zero like
Oh,
slide.
sick.
You can do a slide after a slide?
Exactly.
What?
Since his buddy's not there, his pal's tagged out.
Oh, that's sick.
Now you're putting yourself closer to them. You're not.
Yes.
Because the regular, the noob SAIBOT slide is almost like it's like a projectile.
Exactly. Let's go over a couple other moves because he has even more like pop-ups and moves. These are the kind of zoning moves. We'll go over some of the up-close moves.
Great.
Down back 3 is this ninja
Down
kick
back
where they
3.
work together.
Boom.
EX version pops them up even better, and he can get a combo. And then he has down back 4, which is the opposite, a low kick. It'll trip them. The EX is his armor. So his armor, he's not going to get like a full combo. It's not like the best reward in the world, but you're never going to complain about having a good armor.
No, nobody complains about that.
And that's all of his grounded moves.
What?
About the air?
What about the air?
Well,
Gotta do
there's
The suspense.
a lot more because he has multiple different dive kicks. So let's
What?
start. He has an air dive kick
Those are
where he sends out his
fast.
clone, and you can see this has a decent amount of cooldown.
So it
This
has
is
the
another
same
one where
effect.
on cooldown he himself will do a
Oh
dive
man.
kick. He also has a straight dive kick that goes straight across the screen.
Interesting. For
He can do
combos?
that for jump kicks. He can do it as a preemptive anti-air. And then he has a downward trajectory dive kick. And if you EX it, they are staggered
Ah.
for a full combo.
Don't tell me there's more.
There is
Ah.
a major new mechanic that I think really separates this noob from other iterations.
Kind of my favorite thing, actually. I
So
love it.
let's go over Embrace Chaos. Once per match,
chaos.
You may have noticed he has this severed hand on his hip. It's very crazy and chaotic. A severed hand.
The severed hand actually comes
Once
into
per
play.
match, he can bring it out, destroy it, yell "Embrace Chaos," and now he gains access to a brand new special move. It's a low-hitting, homing projectile that pops the opponent up. Oh, yeah, see, I now can't do it.
Yeah, because you did it
per
once,
match.
right?
You have a certain amount of time. Yeah.
Yes. So he gains access to that move, and that's a tracking move. It's not close, medium, and far.
It's
And then
tracking.
all of his shadow special moves gain the ability to throw the opponent into a portal
That's so
for
cool.
a pop-up. So his slide, regular, non-EF,
So
becomes a pop-up.
sick.
All of his dive kick moves become a pop-up.
So what's
All
the
those
risk
shadow
about
moves
doing
now
that?
become pop-ups. So he has easily the largest amount
Wow.
of comboable starter moves in the game.
Including his throw, obviously. Could do
Right.
it.
But
Mind blown.
the
What's the
shadow
negative?
is not coming back.
What?
For the rest of that round,
Okay.
all of his shadow attack are disabled.
Oh,
back
that's
four
a negative.
is only just now the regular slide.
Okay.
So you're looking at it as a nuclear option.
Yes. the
'Cause
rest-
she said
this
it was
strain,
there was
no
a
longer-
big
he can
risk,
no longer
big
finish it.
reward.
He has to do a shorter version. Look at his uppercut. It's a standard uppercut.
You think you can finish the round? You better.
Look at his sweep. It's just a regular sweep. So to be
Okay,
clear
okay.
again, once per
Risk
game,
reward.
you can use it. It works for that round, and once the timer is done, for the rest of the round, he will not have access to his clone.
But there will be some monster combos if you can get it off
Right.
during that 212 seconds.
So essentially, once per match, you decide to become kind of the combo master in the game with the most amount of options and access to this very, very strong screw your neutral, I do what I want move. But the price you pay, if it doesn't work, if you don't win, is you're spending the rest of that round in a significantly weaker, lesser state.
And-
not helpless.
Most importantly, you no longer have a cool hand on your hip.
That's
okay?
true, and you've lost your good chum, your buddy, and you're lonely.
Right? Oh my goodness. What else we got?
Well, we have a fatal blow.
Yeah!
And his into the attack that leads into it is also very strong. It's a tracking low, so you want to go into it?
Let's
Oh,
do it.
just like MK11. Just like MK11. Man, that fatal blow in MK11 was so annoying to deal with because it was really fast. I got caught so many times playing Noob SAIBOT versus Noob SAIBOT in MK11.
That's one of the
That
best bone crushing.
that was
things in
really
the
cool.
game.
That was really cool. I almost kind of want to see it again.
You want to see it again?
I do.
Tyler?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Whoa!
Wait a minute here.
Now,
A
did you
new
catch that?
buff.
It didn't go anywhere that time.
Cameo Sector has a special fatal blow into.
Wow,
where
like
if you
Motaro.
hit the R1 button, he will shoot a rocket, so it becomes a projectile fatal blow attack.
Wow.
And so that works with everybody because it's
Correct,
cameo.
because it's cameo. It's very similar to
Okay,
Motaro's
okay.
alternate fatal blow into.
Very cool. Very cool.
All
The-
right.
he actually
that
has a
was
straight
Noob SAIBOT.
missile.
Very
This has been a
excited.
lot. This has been a lot.
I gotta say, I do want to mention something. When on the 24th, we will have Twitch drops are coming back.
Ooh.
So make sure you watch some streams during that day, and you'll see you'll get some different palettes and whatnot from.
That's a nice buff
watching
to the
streamers
Sector
watch. So
cameo.
Make sure you're signed up with that.
They already
Most
buffed him.
importantly,
Yes, sir.
birthday
importantly-
shout-outs.
Don't forget to pre-order, so you get your pre-order skin.
Yes.
UMK3 Sub-Zero. Let's go.
Second most importantly, birthday shout-outs.
Wow,
Let's
Noob
go.
SAIBOT's
All
gameplay
right,
looks
we've
very.
got, Overlord Show.
It's gonna take a little bit of time to memorize all those moves.
Williams,
What do you
Jim
guys think of
O'Leary,
Noob SAIBOT?
Eric Kyander, Jason Sun, Michael Bellapani, Daria Code, Emilio Cantu.
The hand buff actually
Adrian
seems,
Chavez, Aaron Dizzy Davis,
really, really
I know
fun.
him.
Dan Roth, Taryn Silverstein,
Once a game, though,
Tamara
huh?
Vega, Mark Inglis. You having fun? We still got more.
I'm loving it. Yeah.
Okay. Matt Parker, Alex Bitterman, and the Toastmaster himself, Dan Forden. Happy birthday!
Birthday, everybody. Chaos Reigns is coming out really soon. We're super excited. Before we go, as always, QA has been kind enough to put together an awesome Noob
Sick.
SAIBOT
Let's
fight
do it.
directly after we're done talking. So can't wait to see you in Chaos Reigns, and
Let's
can't
go.
wait to see you
I'm
at the
ready.
next Combat Cast.
Woo!
I'm ready. Let's go. Show me that Noob Saibot goodness.
Night Market.
Tell me about this timeline of chaos.
I refuse to give you any ideas.
He doesn't want his timeline, Bihan, to suffer what he suffered through.
Round 1. Fight.
Yo, this fucking music, man. They killed it with the music in these new stages. Damn, that string is gonna be annoying. You stagger the hell out of it. Alright, he got the... Oh, he dropped it! That was cool, though. Meter burn, shadow ball. New fucking Saibot is back.
Round 2.
They did him justice with his gameplay in this game, man. Noob Saibot is fucking back. Don't get me wrong, he had his positives in MK11, but he was a little bit slow and a little bit boring. But this Noob Saibot is ridiculous. Whoa! Wait a minute! What is this? What? New buffs for Havoc. What was that? Yo, he did the meter burn version.
Final round.
He buffed himself up.
Fight.
He gets an extra power up now. Okay, he activated the hand, guys. Oh, yes. It only did 32%, but it looked badass. So it seems like Noob Saibot has everything in the world except for damage. Which it wouldn't be fair if he had damage too, right? Oh. Even on armor, okay. Once he gets hit, the green stuff goes away. Oh! The soul ball explosion.
Brutality. Noob Saibot.
That's awesome.
wins.
Alright, and that's it. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for the Kombat KAST. Wow, that was fucking awesome. Khaos reigns, ladies and gentlemen. Could we, like, go back and check this out? Sorry, Mob wanted to come on the screen for a little bit. Wow, that was awesome. Man. Noob Saibot's gameplay is fucking crazy. Crazy. So you get access, once you do the hand power up, you get access to 2 of those like extra shadow portal combos that you get. Crazy ass long combo right there. The Noob Saibot only did 32%. Which, like I said, if you have everything in the world, including the shadow slide, you know, fast projectiles, you have a nice mid, forward advancing mid, you have a bunch of combos, you're not going to get the damage. But he didn't even use a cameo, right? You could always get a ton of damage using cameos, especially characters like Janet and Farah. Yeah, Noob Saibot is going to be insane. What do you guys think? Also, that the meter burn activation, the meter burn head crack for Havoc actually grants him a new like power up. He had this like chaos aura around him, or like fire aura around him. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the match again, but for right now, I need to cut up this this video for YouTube. So if you missed any information from earlier in the stream, I'll cover that in a YouTube video today. I'm also gonna upload the breakdown by itself, etc. You guys know the deal. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. We had about 1,500 people here watching the stream, you know, during the Noob SAIBOT breakdown, which is awesome. We have some good momentum here going into Chaos Range, which comes out in about, what, 5 days at this point? I'll be streaming some Mortal Kombat X probably on Saturday during the weekend at some point. So look forward to that. I'm going to really try hard to... if you guys see me live stream at any point, it's because I'm testing out like dual streaming. I'm testing on multi-streaming because I want to stream on Twitch and on YouTube at the same time. My computer couldn't handle it today, and it's not going to be able to handle it if it couldn't handle it today. That's why I was like really, really late or on time. Like I was literally made it on time because my computer just crashed. And yeah, it cannot handle multi-streaming at 8,000 bit rate, even though I know my internet can handle it. It's just the computer can't. But anyway, again, shout out to Danny Boy with the $5 donation, and Broken Ronin again with the 15-month commitment to the elder god or demigod status. Thank you so much for the 15 months. And that's it, guys. I'll see you on the next stream. Probably going to be on Saturday. I love you all. I'll see you playing Mortal Kombat X this weekend.